Okay, sir, could you state your name, please, for the camera?
Sure, Rich Aucoin, I'm a resident of Worcester.
Okay, so what did you think of the meeting that was happening in there, and did it go the way you thought it would go?
Yeah, I mean, we already had an indication from the way things went on November 26th, that council meeting, that they had no intention of passing this.
Right.
And what they're trying to do is just trying to hang their hat on the solicitor's opinion that it's not a city issue, but that completely runs afoul of the oath they took on January 2nd.
Right, and I have your speech on tape.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very clear what they raised their hand and they swore to. It doesn't make any sense at all if they're going to sit here and tell us now that they don't have the authority to do what they swore to do. I mean, why would they take the oath in the first place if they don't have the authority? So that was a rhetorical question that I asked them. Maybe trying to play on their conscience a little bit to the extent that they have. But we're not done. See, this is the kind of...
I was going to ask you, what's the next plan?
Yeah, well, we kind of knew this was going to happen, so we're just kind of taking things at a step at a time. And so now we're just going to have to put our heads together and figure out a next step, because due process is not a right that you can give up on. It's not, giving up is not an option.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll be back in one form or another. We're not sure yet whether or not what they did here has to now go to the council for a final vote of the entire council. If so, then that's what we'll focus on next, is that meeting, and we're trying to get more people to that meeting and show that it's not just a few people, it's a lot more.
Now, what did you think when I guess the lawyer there, his name's Dan Moore, I think David Moore. I mean, he went through the legalities, I guess I want to say, of you know, whether or not this is a city's issue. Now, you have Oxford that went ahead and passed this, you have Rutland that went ahead and passed this, and then the woman got up, she was even talking about Albany, New York. I mean, this is a city and town thing. So two questions here. Why is it important to do this from the city level? Is that part of the strategy? What is that strategy?
Well, we would be happy if the state legislature did it. I mean, we don't really care which legislative body does it. We'll take it anywhere we can get it. Obviously, if we can get it at the state level, it saves the cities and towns a lot of trouble. Sure. Because that covers the whole state. But we don't really expect, you know, we had a bill in the House and that didn't go anywhere either. We did try that approach. So, you know, we're left with cities and towns.
Right.
So, and what we're doing, we're starting to see victories. So, because we have Rutland, we have Oxford, we have Webster.
Sure.
We had a couple of close votes too. We only lost by a couple of votes in some of these other towns. So you know, we'll just keep marching along the grassroots like that if we have to until we cover the state.
Why do you think the council in there was not interested in defeating this? I mean, I heard Connie Luke speak. She said she had been at some of the protests. She knows about what's going on.
Yeah.
But she
actually gave a stirring speech in favor of this resolution on October 15th when it was first introduced.
Really?
But it was decided that it was going to go before the solicitor for opinions to constitutionality and jurisdictional issues before they actually voted. And once she saw the letter written by David Moore, she did a complete 180. Right. And on November 26th, she personally got up and killed this resolution.
Right.
She pretty much took the bull by the horns and killed it afterwards. She said how people don't understand the Constitution, how important it is that we have this issue aired in a public hearing, how she's a former history teacher, and she doesn't even think the White House understands the Constitution, how important this is, and I favored this resolution, she said.
Sure.
But now she's hanging her hat, I think very cowardly.
Sure.
Very cowardly, hanging her hat on a letter by a lawyer.
Interesting.
And she should know that. She should know that.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Very good.
One day, somebody's going to have to say enough.